Gardening doesn't have to be back-breaking, sweat-dripping, sunburn-inducing work. If you're anything like me, you love stepping into the garden, feeling the soil between your fingers, and watching green life spring up around you. But you don't always have hours to weed, prune, and fuss over delicate plants. And that's okay. Some crops practically grow themselves, demanding little more than a patch of soil, a bit of water, and the occasional glance. Today on Soil Sage Chronicles, we're diving into 9 crops that reward you with abundant harvests for surprisingly little effort. Think of them as the ultimate allies for busy folks, beginner gardeners, or anyone who loves fresh food without spending their whole summer bent over in the dirt. Let's get growing. Potatoes are almost too easy. You literally drop a sprouting spud in the ground, cover it with soil, and let nature do its thing. While you're busy with life, those buried tubers are multiplying quietly underground. The only real work? Hilling them up once or twice. That means pulling a little extra soil around the stems to protect them from sunlight. Then you forget about them until the tops start yellowing and flopping over. That's your signal that a treasure hunt is waiting below. The beauty of potatoes is how forgiving they are. They'll tolerate poor soil, inconsistent watering, and even neglect. Yet they'll still hand you baskets of hearty food that stores beautifully through the winter. Garlic is the definition of set and forget. Plant individual cloves in the fall, cover them with a light mulch, and walk away. They'll quietly overwinter and re-emerge in spring without any extra effort from you. By early summer, you'll notice their tall, graceful stalks. The only job you might take on is snipping off the curly scapes, those flower stems, which not only redirects the plant's energy to the bulbs, but also gives you a bonus harvest for stir-fries and pestos. When the leaves start browning, you pull them up, cure them in a shady spot, and store them. Garlic rewards patience, not effort. If there's one vegetable that will make you feel like a gardening genius, it's zucchini. Plant a seed, walk away, and by midsummer you'll have fruits growing faster than you can eat them. Zucchini thrives on benign neglect. As long as it has sun and halfway decent soil, it will explode with production. Many gardeners joke that leaving your car door unlocked during zucchini season is risky, because neighbors are desperate to give away the surplus. The trick is harvesting them small while they're tender. Miss a few days, and you'll find yourself staring at club-sized squash fit for weightlifting competitions. Either way, it's an abundant, no-fuss crop. Kale has earned its reputation as a superfood, but honestly, it could just as easily be called a super easy crop. Once it gets going, it's practically bulletproof. Heat, cold, pests, kale just shrugs off most challenges and keeps on producing. Plant kale once and you'll be harvesting leaves for months on end. Even when frost rolls in, kale sweetens up instead of shutting down. In some climates, it's a true perennial, coming back year after year. If you're a smoothie drinker, salad lover, or stir-fry enthusiast, a single row of kale can keep your fridge stocked without demanding constant replanting or pampering. Sweet potatoes are not only productive, they're just beautiful. Their vines sprawl gracefully across the soil, shading out weeds while the roots swell below. That's right, they weed your garden for you. Once planted, sweet potatoes need little more than sunshine and warm weather. They're incredibly drought tolerant, so they won't complain if you forget to water them during a hot spell. Come fall, you'll dig up pounds of sweet, starchy goodness that can be roasted, mashed, or turned into fries. Bonus, the young leaves are edible too, meaning you can enjoy both leafy greens and tubers from one plant. Sometimes you want fast results, and radishes are your answer. In as little as 3 weeks, you can go from seed to crunchy harvest. They practically leap out of the soil without coaxing. Radishes don't mind being squeezed between slower-growing crops, making them perfect companions in the garden. They're also one of the best starter crops for beginners because they give you a win so quickly, boosting your confidence. With so little time investment, radishes give you instant gratification for minimal effort. Rhubarb is the plant equivalent of a loyal old friend. It shows up every spring without fail. Once established, rhubarb requires almost nothing from you besides the occasional compost top-up. Its thick stalks are ready to harvest year after year, making it one of the ultimate low-maintenance perennials. While technically a vegetable, rhubarb is often treated like fruit in pies, jams, and sauces. It's tart, tangy, and endlessly versatile. Plant it once and you'll be enjoying spring harvests for a decade or more. That's a fantastic return on very little effort. Beans are wonderfully self-sufficient. Whether you choose bush beans or pole beans, they thrive with minimal input and actually improve your soil by fixing nitrogen. That means they feed themselves while helping future crops along. Bush beans stay compact and produce quickly, while pole beans reward you with longer harvests if you give them a simple trellis to climb. Either way, once they're up and running, all you need to do is harvest regularly. The more you pick, the more they give. Few crops offer such steady returns for so little ongoing work. Herbs are the unsung heroes of the lazy gardener's patch. Parsley, mint, oregano, thyme, rosemary, chives, most of them need almost no care once established. They thrive on neglect, often preferring drier soil and less fertilizer. A little snip here and there keeps them producing, and they add enormous flavor to meals. Many herbs are perennials, meaning they'll come back year after year. Even better, they're perfect for small spaces, patios, or even windowsills. If you want to feel like a kitchen magician without lifting much more than a watering can, herbs are your best bet. The truth is, gardening doesn't always have to be a grind. With the right crops, you can set yourself up for months or even years of harvests with very little effort. From potatoes underground to zucchini that practically jumps into your basket, these 9 crops prove that nature is generous even when we're a little lazy. So if you've been putting off gardening because you think it's too much work, let this be your permission slip. Start small. Plant a few of these forgiving crops and watch how much joy and food they bring with almost no sweat. Here on Soil Sage Chronicles, I believe gardening should nourish not just our bodies but also our spirits. And sometimes, the easiest harvests are the sweetest reminders that the soil gives back more than we put in. If you found this guide useful, don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles on YouTube for more practical, down-to-earth gardening wisdom. And if you know a fellow gardener, lazy or not, share this article with them. Together, let's grow smarter, not harder.